Hello, Chaotic Doc here. Welcome back to another Legacy video. Today we're going to be messing around with Manaless Dredge. Alright, so this is a deck that aims to basically not cast spells in order to beat up on the blue decks that are running Force of Will, Force of Negation, and Daze. So what we're trying to do is we're going to always play on the draw, discard a Dredger to hand size, and then start dredging. Right? Once we start dredging, that's when we run into our threats. We have Narcomoebas that we can put into play, because when we enter the graveyard from your library, you get to put them onto the battlefield. It's a 1/1 flyer. We have Nether Shadows. They're 1/1s that at the beginning of your upkeep, if 3 or more creature cards above it, you may put it onto the battlefield, and they have haste. Then we have Bridge from Below that we can sacrifice these things to through Cabal Therapies or Dread Returns. That'll give us a 2/2 for each Bridge from Below we have in the graveyard when we sacrifice something. Then we have a combo finish with Balustrade Spy and Thassa's Oracle, where we get to return them to the battlefield with Dread Return, exile our library, then return Thassa's Oracle with Dread Return as well, and win the game like that. We have a similar thing with Flare of the Hatebound, which we can just throw, whenever it or another creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, that creature deals damage equal to its power to any target, so we can burn out our opponents by returning like a Hogak or some prized amalgams to the graveyard or to the battlefield. And then we have Phantasmagorian. It's just a way to discard more cards after we've discarded our first card to hand size. Alright, now let's look at the sideboard real quick. We're running 4 Force of Vigors to fight Graveyard Hate. We have Unmask. We have Vengeful Pharaohs. I don't know how I feel about Vengeful Pharaohs as much as I would like kind of like my own Graveyard Hate. Like, I wouldn't be against having a Leyline of the Void in here. But whenever combat damage is dealt to you or your Planeswalker you control, if Vengeful Pharaoh is in your graveyard, destroy target attacking creature, then put Vengeful Pharaoh on top of your library. Right? And we can then dredge it, put it back in. And then we have Leyline of Sanctity, just gives us hexproof. Alright, I did get this deck list from Raven University, who managed to go 5-0 with it. I say I managed to get it, I just took it from his video. He didn't send it to me. So let's test out Hop into League. See you there. Alright, here we are for match 1. We are on the draw, which is what we need. We're going to keep this hand because we do have a Dredger. So one of the issues with this deck is if you need to have a Dredger in hand, but if you mulligan, that puts back the turn you can actually start playing by 1. Alright, we're playing against Ruby Storm. Okay, and then we'll go to our turn, and we're just going to discard the Golgari Thug here. And then we have to hope our opponent just doesn't combo off with their Storm deck. Right, this is Ruby Storm of some kind at least. I think hopefully we can get to our turn. Okay, our opponent has gone for the Burning Wish already. So let's see, maybe, they're probably grabbing Echo with it, and then they can cast the Lionside Diamond and Echo. No, they grabbed Rite of Flame. Okay. And they didn't have a second land. On our turn, we'll do our Dredge, get Golgari Thug. Ooh, this is good actually, right? So we can discard a bunch of stuff on our opponent's end step to the Phantasmagorian, and really we can kind of put ourselves back in this. I don't think we're out of it yet. Like, they have to combo off sooner. Like, we can start applying pressure to them because we'll have Cabal Therapy next turn. We'll be able to put in a bunch of stuff on our end step, put in like our Icarids to attack, have Dread Return in there, which I don't think we'll be able to activate. But we'll have Bridge from Below, Cabal Therapies, the Nether Shadows. Oh, let's see. We put Nether Shadow Therapy. I don't know. Let's see what our opponent has. It chose Inspired Tinkering. They get to exile top 3 cards and make 3 treasure tokens. Okay. They hit Chromox, Jeska's Will, Reckless Impulse. So those are pretty good ones to hit, I would say. So Jeska's Will here can be a 2 mana, go up 5 mana, which is pretty good, and they probably still have stuff in hand. Alright, they cast Ruby Medallion again. So now everything's discounted by 2 for them, which isn't obviously not too great for us. And Jeska's Will for 7 mana. Okay. So they have all the mana they could need. It's just what they hit here. Those are good hits. So they have bonus rounds they can cast for 2 mana. Yep. And they'll cast Jeska's Will. They don't get to re-choose new modes. So I assume... Oh, I did not expect them to go for mana. I expected them to go for the exile. Get some card advantage. I guess it all depends on what that last card in hand is. Oh, yeah, that would do it. Okay. I'm going to yield because there's no... I'm going to yield to the end step. And then we'll allow them to do whatever they're going to do here. They choose to do Inspired Tinkering again. I'm surprised they didn't start with another bonus round, honestly. Let's see. Okay, double Burning Wish on the stack. I assume they win then. They have enough treasures here where if they can grab Tendrils of Agony and win pretty easily. So I assume that's what's happening. They grabbed Banefire and Grape Shot. Interesting. Maybe they don't have Tendrils in the sideboard? Maybe they want to show off? Oh, they could also just Banefire for... Yep, and they got us, so let's go to the sideboard. Alright, Banefire and Grape Shot are their win conditions, so maybe just bring in Leyline of Sanctity? Right? Like, we bring in Leylines of Sanctity and then we can just win with those, hopefully. Right? Like, because we have Leylines and they can't actually Grape Shot us, they can't Banefire us, and they can't, that was it. Can't Banefire, Grape Shot, or Tendrils us if we have Leylines. So bring the Leylines. Let's see what do we cut. Now, my mind is always, oh, we cut Nether Shadows. But I've learned you want to just be able to bring back prized amalgams. So let's cut 2 Street Wraiths, 1 Balustrade Spy, and then 1 Nether Shadow. We'll try it like that and see how it goes. Alright, we're back. We would not like to play first. And we will keep this. So here's the one issue with Leyline. We're going to put in Leyline. But this means we delay our dredging a turn. Because we have to draw and then discard to hand size. Yes, we will keep this though. We have the 7... okay. And... yeah, I guess we should have thought about that. Let's... give me one moment to review the deck list. Yeah, so we have no way of hard casting anything. But... I don't know if our opponent has a way to win either. Ooh, but we drew a card for turn. So I think, like... I don't know how they win. I guess they can cast Bergie and then kill us with damage, so I will concede to that. Alright, so I think in the future, on game 2, we'll have to bring in the Force of Vigors no matter what, and we'll try it out like that. Alright, see you in match 2. Alright, we're in match 2 right away. We will keep this because we have a Dredger, but I'm not super pumped with the hand, mostly because a Dredge 3 sometimes just doesn't get it done. Like, you can just whiff off a Dredge 3 a few times in a row. But we are playing against a blue deck. This is good. So, against non-combo decks, we can do a lot better. Okay, come to our turn. We draw a bridge from below, but we will just go to our end step, discards Shambling Shell. Okay, let's see. So, like, we're hoping for some sort of, like, slower blue deck. They choose to Ponder again. That's kind of good news for us. They did not shuffle, and they play a Snow-Covered Island. Okay, we will Dredge for our turn. We hit Icarid, Prized Amalgam, Bridge. So what we can do is we'll discard Shambling Shell again. Oh no, sorry. Discard Shambling Shell again. Like, we won't have anything to do on our next turn still, but I think we're not out of it. Double Island, Prismatic Vista. This has me thinking, probably incorrectly, High Tide? But like other than that, it could be like Mono Blue Delver has been running around a little bit. No, Miharu Fuyumiya, who is a legacy, or sorry, a vintage Oath player. Oh, okay, this makes much more sense. They just didn't fetch their other colors. I was gonna say, Miharu's not running around with Mono Blue Delver. Miharu was running around with Curiosity Tribe. I was incorrect about Mono Blue Delver. Okay, we can't do this because we need to actually dredge the Shambling Shell. We don't want to just waste a Prized Amalgam for 3 damage. Dredge Shambling Shell. We hit Cabal Therapy, Icarid, Hogak. Okay, and we will discard another we'll discard Shambling Shell again. Oh no. Cunning Wish. Oh, we're going against Omni Show. Interesting. They got a Surgical Extraction from the sideboard. Ooh, if they Surgical Extract right now, they take something that we have a duplicate of. So if they extract Prized Amalgams right now, then we can't actually discard Shambling Shell to hand size yet. Interesting. I wonder if they're trying to figure out what I'm more likely to have. They choose to extract Icarids. Makes sense. That's the thing that returns and brings back the Prized Amalgams. Okay, they did exile all the ones from the graveyard. We didn't have any in hand. And we'll discard Shambling Shell here. The new question then is, like, what do we think their graveyard hate is? Like, I guess we don't have to think what their graveyard hate is. We know what they have in the sideboard. I was going to say, like, do we bring in the ley lines? No, we don't, because we know that they're running surgicals. Yep, Dredge. Did we hit anything good yet? We hit another Shambling Shell. And we hit a Phantasmagorian. Ooh, that's perfect actually. So on their end step, we can activate Phantasmagorian like twice. And then discard like a bunch of the stuff in our hand. And like that will do a lot. Right, discard for now, we'll discard the Shambling Shell. Like we can discard the Nether Shadow Bridge to make sure like try to bring back Bridge by then discarding these afterwards. So we'll have 3 creatures above it. And then we'll have the ability to activate Bridge and do like a bunch of stuff. Cool. Hold control, Phantasmagorian. You activate this first. It confused me for a moment about the order you do this in. You do the Nether Shadows first because even though it resolves in stack order, the costs are not paid in stack order. Right. Then Phantasmagorian will return to hand. That doesn't matter too much to me. And they could have, I guess, another Cunning Wish for another Surgical Extraction. That'd be bad for us, but like we have some stuff here. I'll pop out my graveyard so everyone can see. Make it a little thinner. So we do have 3 bridges in the graveyard. So what we can do is if we return the Nether Shadow, we can start with a Cabal Therapy. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll start with a Cabal Therapy probably. And then that'll give us 3 creatures, at which point we can cast Hogak. Or, yeah, we can cast Hogak. They have Endurance. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. So Endurance is their other form of graveyard hate. That's just a main deck thing. Fine. So we'll play it out for a bit, but they have, let's see, we have to draw 5 times before we can discard a card. Because we have to drop to 8. So we would dredge a card in, we don't get to dredge until for like 4 cards to draw. So we're gonna take 15 just from this before we get to actually dredge. So we'll keep going. We'll probably do a lot of full yields though. Alright, but they have confirmed their Omni show of some kind, right? Their Cunning Wish, they have Ancient Tombs. Okay, we have a Dredger. If they put any more pressure on board, we lose instantly. My math was off somewhere. No. Well, they're going to do 9 more damage with this guy. So if they put down another Endurance at some point, then we can just concede. Okay. They are casting something. Sylvan Library. Cool. Endurance coming in. We go to 8. Okay. We're going to go to 5, then we'll finally be able to dredge. Then we'll go to 2, and then Sorry, we're going to go to 5, then discard. Oop, and that's enough to kill us. Right. Alright, GG. Move to the sideboard. Alright, sideboard for this deck. We can go Unmasks for a little bit of stuff like that, or we can do... I was going to say we could do Vengeful Pharaoh as a way to protect ourselves from the creatures, but I don't think that matters. Because, like, their creatures... Like, this feels like it's something you play against Death and Taxes, or Goblins, something that, like, is very creature-focused. Unmasks feel like something we do to beat combo. I think we're going to yet again go 2 Street Wraiths, another... probably 2 Nether Shadows. Well, we'll go Nether Shadow, 1... We'll do another Nether Shadow. I think we want to keep in the full, like, instant win the game combo, because that might become more important in this match than other ones. Should we play first? No. No, we shouldn't. Dredger in hand, keep. So what we can do is we can discard, and then on turn 2 we will unmask them, pitching the Balustrade Spy. I really thought that they're... Oof. So here's the issue we're running into then. The leagues currently are so full of creature cards, and you can't cast spells. Creature cards and graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Leagues are so full right now of graveyard combo that like it's just not the time to be playing Manaless Dredge. What we were hoping to come up against was like Delver, which uses surgicals for their graveyard hate. So we went up against Delver, we have a better chance because we get around all their counter magic. We make like 8 cards in their deck, 8 to 12 cards in their deck, dead draws, depending on how much they're running. Again, we can't beat this. Right, like we can't activate this, we're never gonna be able to dread return the Thassa's Oracle. So we will concede. Little bit of a rough showing to start, but we'll move on to match 3 and it'll bounce back, trust me. Alright, we're back for match 3. We don't want to be on the play. Ooh. Okay, so this one's good. We have a Stinkweed to dredge, which feels better than dredging with the Shambling Shell. Yeah, we'll keep this. And then if later on we can maybe Cabal Therapy ourselves, we mill Cabal Therapy, and then get these into the graveyard, gives a lot of sack outlets. Okay, We've been unmasked. We're probably playing against Reanimator here. Alright, looks like they finally decided to take the prized amalgam, and let's see what they have for actual reanimation. Like, are they going to be able to pull it off on turn 1? They're choosing to reanimate the prized amalgam. That's interesting. I legitimately don't know what they have if that's what their play was. That they must have like another reanimate and like a entomb. So they unmask me again, okay. Discarding collective brutality. Or exiling collective brutality. Where did they exile the first time? Collective brutality. So this is like a mono black reanimator list of some kind then. And right now they're missing a piece. Okay, and we will again just go to discard, hopefully, next turn. It's gonna feel bad if we just lose to like unmask, just constant unmasks, or if they just start drawing Thought Seizes and are able to stop us from being able to discard. They had us discard a Bridge from Below. Okay. I guess so they can take that out. What could this be? Do they run him? Okay, no, they just choose to Collective Brutality me. So they get to discard an instant or sorcery. So that can only be Cabal Therapy. Wow, this is it's gonna be an interesting way to lose a match. Okay, that gets Cabal Therapy, yeah. Okay, we take 3 from our own prize and only reanimated. Let's see. We draw Narcomoeba. I mean, like, they're killing us, yes. But, like, we're gonna get to discard eventually. They can't, unless they just keep having, like, runner discard spells. We should be fine. I say, hopefully. Okay, combat. They attack us for 3 again. I mean, honestly, yeah. Cool deck. And now we get to discard a Stinkweed Imp. Alright, Stinkweed Imp is in the graveyard, so we do have a Dredger now, so let's see what they do. Sunscorched Desert. Okay, wait. Is this like Reanimate with like a World Gorger Dragon combo? Oh, it is. Right, so that's why you run Sunscorched Desert. You run for like Animate Dead World Gorger combo to instantly kill your opponents. Interesting. Okay. So we have something. So we know that they're on a little bit of a spicier deck than I would have expected. Draw. I guess we will discard the Golgari Thug because it dredges for 4 now. But we're on like a stricter clock now than we were previously. And we will discard our Golgari Thug. Oh, that's in the bin. Let's see if our opponents. We finally get to dredge next turn. They have another Animate Dead. Okay, we're gonna take 3 here, go to 4. We will draw and can discard Shambling Shell. And then we need to start like milling constant Narcomoebas to block. Okay, we will discard. We have to. We're gonna go to 3. Go to 1. We literally have to mill a Narcomoeba when we dredge, or else we will die. An impressive showing of this Reanimator deck that didn't reanimate anything. I'm stunned. I'm honestly stunned about like what is happening. We'll go to 1, and this is when we come back from 1. We're able to pull it all back. I'm sure. Grief is not too big of an issue actually. Like that doesn't. Oh wait, no, it's hardcast Grief. It has Menace, so that kills his next turn. I thought they were. I was like, oh yeah, they can discard something. No. That's just a winning play. They choose to discard our Narcomoeba. That's fine. And then we'll. I mean, there's no coming back. We're not going to dredge, so we'll just concede and look at our sideboard for Reanimator. We can do Leyline of Sanctity. We have Leyline of Sanctity, Unmask, Force of Vigors, and Vengeful Pharaohs. I don't think it's Vengeful to Pharaoh time. I think we're bringing a Force of Vigors just in case that's what their graveyard hate is. We're cutting 2 Nether Shadow, 1 Street Wraith, 1 Spy. No, just another Street Wraith. We're hoping to combo. Alright, we're back here. No, not like to be on the play. Cool. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we can discard. We'll see if they have a Leyline or anything. And if they don't, we can discard our Grave Troll. If they do, we can exile it eventually. And then draw some other treasure. Okay, no Leyline. That's good. But also, they have a discard spell. It's bad. We need to hope for no Leyline, no discard. Well, I mean, That's not. It's. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, we got that. I was gonna say we wouldn't get that because either what they're probably going for is either winning the game or discarding our hand on our turn. Okay, and we'll just go to our instead of discard Golgari Grave Troll. Oh, unless they have okay. They can't reanimate or animate a Golgari Grave Troll because it will come in as a 0/0 and die instantly unless they get something else in their graveyard. So that's kind of the silver line on this one. Because I was like, oh, what if their plan was just reanimate our Dredger? Which is a good plan, normally. Fails in exactly one case. What's this? Sedgemoor Witch. I have no clue what this deck is. Unless I was like, maybe they pivoted to unmasked targeting me. I was like, oh, maybe they've pivoted to like something insane. Discard. I don't know. Nothing in hand matters. They want to keep Icarid, Dread Return in hand. They can get rid of probably. I say you get rid of Force of Vigor here, right? Like it's a spell that I can cast from hand, conceivably. They choose to take one of the Balustrade Spies instead. They might just not know the deck, but I can't cast that from hand. Draw for turn, and by draw I mean dredge for turn. Ooh, we hit a Narcomoeba, that's good. And we also hit a Prized Amalgam. We'll return the Narcomoeba, we'll get Prized Amalgam at end step. And sorry, what's that? A Golgari Thug in there. We have a Dredger. Yes, use Narcomoeba's ability. Then we'll get back the... I'll pop out my graveyard again. Okay, and then we can't discard this turn. But our next turn we'll draw a Golgari Thug. Get the Prized Amalgam in. Your Prized Amalgam should hit the battlefield anytime now. And he does. Cool. Okay, sorry, I just had to look at my mic real quick. Try to conclude how I'm feeling about this. I think we're doing alright. Like on our turn we get to dredge, we have 2 creatures in play. Eventually we can get to like Dread Return. Oh, they are choosing to. Oh no. So if they target us with the Balustrade Spy trigger, we will lose the game. Because it's going to mill our whole deck. We won't be able to... So do they realize to target us, or do they target themselves? Because like put yourself in their shoes. If they haven't played against Manaless Dredge before, they might think we're just low on decks. No, they don't. They know to win. Okay. Alright, we get back... Yeah, we get back some Narcomoebas. Yes, we'll use that ability. Okay. We get back some Narcomoebas and some Prized Amalgams. But it just doesn't matter. Right? I was like... Unless Dread Return was an instant, we're dead here. Okay. And let me just confirm real quick. Dread Return, not an instant, right? Yeah, because it would have been lit up here. Alright, we will... I'm going to mill out on my turn. I'm going to wait for it to happen. So this is interesting though, because we're about through 3 matches, and I have a recording time of 34 minutes, which I know will get cut down pretty significantly by my editor, or by my editing. So this is going to be a real quick video today. Prized Amalgams are here. Ooh, some triggers we'll concede. Right, this was the lost one. Very interesting that Reanimator-ish deck managed to beat us both times with our own cards. Alright, see you in match 4 though. Alright, we're here for match 4. We don't want to be on the play yet again. Can't keep this one. We don't have a Dredger, so we're going to be going for a even slower hand. Mulligan this, we will keep this one. We have a Dredger. We are going to pitch a Prized Amalgam. It's just hard to get that into the graveyard from hand, unless we have Phantasmagorian. And I want to keep this around so we have a combo. I want to keep the Street Wraith around in case they have some graveyard hate. Okay, this is what we're looking for, right? Island Ponder. Remember this. This is the goal. And we're gonna need to draw twice. Oh yeah, we got back that Prized Amalgam. Alright, we're just gonna pass here. And then see what we get on our turn. Underground Sea. Oh no. That's bad. Alright, so this could be Doomsday. It could be... Oh, I see Underground Sea. I think Doomsday. It's not Storm. Storm isn't. I don't think Storm runs a basic snow-covered island. That leaves like Doomsday. Technically, it'd be that combo deck I played recently, but I highly doubt it. You know, that did really. I liked that deck a lot, and it did come from the 5/0 decklist dump. I'm referring, of course, to the Divining Witch combo deck I played, which was super fun. But I'd be highly suspect of seeing that in the actual game. Our opponent chose to take our Street Wraith, which I considered cycling. But I thought, oh, well, if I cycle it, they're just going to discard a card that I would otherwise discard. Right, like they're gonna, if I cycle Street Wraith, they're just going to have another option. It doesn't matter, and I lose 2 life. Brainstorm. I mean, this still looks like Doomsday. I don't know if you've heard Max. There was a recent Boston Roll video featuring Max Torsion talking about Doomsday, and I believe it was Max Torsion said that Doomsday is just a mono blue deck list that splashes black, black, black for Doomsday. So this really fits that archetype right now. Like they have Thoughtseize as well in Doomsday, but like once the Doomsday resolves, they just need blue. But if we're seeing like all the cantrip suite, if it is like Badlands though, then this Grixis control of some kind. Nope. Underground Sea, and they wanted to play something after it. Another Brainstorm. Okay. They went Brainstorm, fetch, Brainstorm, so they're searching for something, which I assume would be some sort of win condition. Okay, Brainstorm finally resolves. They were just taking a moment with it. Fine. Okay, now we can discard our Grave Troll, and on our next turn we'll start our dredging. Okay, Grave Troll's in the graveyard, so now we get a dredge next turn. We tap it for double blue. Interesting. Impulse. Interesting. So Impulse is a blue card that I associate with combo, but I associate specifically with like Omni Show, like not even Sneak and Show, just like Omni Show or Omni Tell, whatever you call it. So I still think we're definitely looking at Doomsday probably, but now it's getting a little odd. All right, what do we dredge? We dredged Golgari, Grave Troll, Stinkweed Imp, Thug, Shambling Shell. So we have dredgers. So what I'm gonna do instead of discarding Golgari, Grave Troll, I'm gonna discard Icarid, so we can bring, Icarid, so we can bring it back. Wait, sorry. I'm gonna discard Icarid so we can bring it back, get back that prized amalgam, and get some damage going. Okay, they tap for a double blue again, so this is probably another Impulse. No, this is Show and Tell. Okay, let's think real quick. If we put in Grave Troll, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an 8/8 creature. We put in Flare the Hatebound. We have like a way to deal some damage when we start returning things. So I'm gonna do Flare the Hatebound. They put in Omniscience. Okay. Oh, so okay. Suddenly everything makes sense. So it is some form of Omni Show. It's some sort of Tamir Omni Show. Wow, we had a very odd read on that for a bit there. So they do Intuition, search their library for 3 cards, reveal the cards. Target opponent chooses 1 that we put into the hand, of the rest go to their graveyard. Right, they choose Gristlebrand, Shallow Grave. Looks like we're giving them a Gristlebrand. Right, Shallow Grave just brings back Gristlebrand, but they also get to hit. So they can have a Gristlebrand. Then we will hope that they didn't read Flare the Hatebound well enough. They draw 14, and for some reason can't cast any of it, and pass the turn. Right, they go for Entomb. Interesting. So I wonder what they Entomb. Right, they Entombed Archon of Cruelty, so they get that back. So wait, we can bring back Grave Troll, deal some damage to them, and we can sack Grave Troll. So they're going to take 8 now, which at least stops them from being able to draw again. We'll sack the Grave Troll here, because now that we have the prized amalgam coming back, if that actually makes it back, we'll win with the Flare of the Hatebound damage trigger. Oh no, because they gained another 5. It was, well, worth a chance. The other option was to kill Gristlebrand, but like I kind of just liked this more. We could have done bring back Stinkweed Imp. Does it have Death Touch? No, it has deal combat damage. Stinkweed Imp would not have done it. They should tap that Ancient Tomb for no reason. Just let me take some damage. Let me bring back that prize valve to win. Oh my god! If I had sacked Flare of the Hatebound to itself, it would have come back and did 5 damage. I'm so, oh my god, that was such a punt. I could have actually won there. Flare of the Hatebound would have come back with a +1/+1 counter, and I've never missed a line so hard in my life, I don't think. Why are they paying mana? Oh, they're auto-warring Flare of the Hatebound. Okay. Are they going to exhume again? Are they not winning this turn? I'm shocked that Omniscience didn't win. Yes, we're going to do this. Yeah, exile a Shambling Shell. Okay, and Dredge, we're going to Dredge Golgari Grave Troll. Okay, get Narcomoeba. Yes, use its ability. If only we... What does Dread Return do? From your graveyard to the battlefield, I was like, what if we Dread Return their Gristle Rent? Doesn't work. I was like, if only we had... It's like what we needed was a... Oh, what is it? We needed the Grave... We needed a... We need the enchantment. I can't... I'm blanking so hard. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna discard Flare the Hatebound. Because we needed to be able to Dread Return and get it back. And that's the annoying thing. Are they gonna counter this? They choose to counter that. Okay. Interesting. We punted quite hard. And after they are able to deal... Oh, they just kill us this turn, right? Like, we're taking 7, 10. We're taking 9 damage minimum here. And then they can do... They can draw... I mean... And that's it. Alright, concede. Wow, that was a big misplay on our part that we didn't sack Flare the Hatebound, because we could have won there. Sorry to everyone. Sometimes you just miss the line. That's a rough one, but it's true. Force Vigor's in. We are going to draw 2 Nether Shadows, 1 Street Wraith, 1 Icarid, 1 Dread Return. I want to keep this in. I want... Maybe... Do you ever board out Hogak? Because just... We'll just get another Street Wraith. I was like, maybe you board out Hogak at some point because you're just planning to go with the combo. But we're going to try it like this. See how it goes against some sort of Demir Omnitel in game 2 of the match. No, we would not like to end the play. I mean, there's no Dredger here. So this is unkeepable. Which means we have to go to... Alright, we keep this. We'll pitch Hogak to the bottom. Alright, keep this Hogak to the bottom. I guess we want to keep Hogak here because we can cast our hand. Prize Malcolm to the bottom. Yeah. Ooh, do they have a pregame action? Or are they just doing mulligans? They're doing mulligans still. But I'm gonna spoil a little bit of my thoughts on the deck already. This deck is good, I know that, but I feel like the place in the metagame right now isn't great. Because like you really want this to be a time when graveyard decks aren't big. But right now, like Delver is basically you need graveyard hate for Delver, which is the largest deck. You need graveyard hate for Reanimator, obviously. And like the deck you don't need like graveyard hate in the traditional sense for Delver, but like it really helps to have it. We gotta do an extra turn, and then we can discard our Stinkweed Imps. Like the fact that everyone has graveyard hate means that like it's just a little worse. Like the ideal time for this deck is you ask someone, hey, what graveyard hate are you bringing for the tournament? And they say, I'm running Force of Will, aren't I? Okay, they fetch on our turn. So, doesn't appear to be anything. We'll discard a Stinkweed Imp. I guess we probably should have discarded Golgari Grave Troll in case they have, yeah. If they have Surgical Extraction, we're supposed to discard Golgari Grave Troll there instead. But in my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, we have that for Force of Vigor. But if they have, if they Surgical Extract this, they drop a card from our hand, which makes it harder makes us take an extra turn to discard again. Flooded Strand from our opponent. They crack it. What are they getting? Probably Underground Sea, I'd assume. Yeah. Oh no, is it show and tell already? Oh, it is. We're gonna put in Hogak and try to beat them. Whenever they cast their first spell, I was gonna say whenever they cast their first spell, we can Force of Vigor the Omniscience that they have. Yeah, that's Alright, so they hit us for... So we're going to go down a card, right? We can't... Yeah, so we would take 2 turns to draw back. By the time that happens, they'll have hit us with Emrakul 3 times. Concede. Alright, so that match was a little bit of my own fault for punting that first game. Game 2, I also made a slight mistake, but I think they were probably winning that anyways once they had Emrakul. But you know what? Let's finish strong. Match 5, let's keep going. Alright, and we're back. We can keep this one. We have a Dredger in hand. We're on the play. Or sorry, on the draw. Feels good. Our opponent has Windswept Heath for turn, and they are fetching immediately. Snow-covered forest into Utopia Sprawl. So this could be Enchantress of some kind, or it could be some sort of ramp deck. They're naming green. Okay, let's see what we draw. Because we draw a better Dredger, we don't. Alright, discard Golgari Thug. Okay, and Snowcurd plans from our opponent. This is still seeming like Enchantress. Rest in peace in the main deck. And we will concede. Wow, not yeah. See, this is what I was saying, which is you really need people not playing Graveyard Hate. Force of Vigors in. Wow, 2 Nether Shadows out, 2 Street Wraiths out again, I guess. Wow. Yeah, we're keeping in the combo because if they are playing Enchantress, which we think they probably are if they're running Rest in Peace and the Utopia Sprawl as well as the basics, we want to have our combo finished because we might not be able to damage them if they get under a solitary confinement. Alright, and we're back. We would not like to play first. I mean, we keep it and then we hope, like, if they solitary confinement us, we're not gonna have to, we need a dredger and we need to not have to we need a dredger and we need to not go down on cards in order to even have a chance in any matchup. So what we're gonna do is we'll hope we just draw the Force of Vigor. We're not gonna mulligan to it or anything. Wild Growth. Okay, this is Enchantress. Ooh, see? Oh, I told you we could do it. We will discard the Phantasmagorian because this will let us put in the Cabal Therapy, the everything. Okay, let's see. Do they go for the Rest in Peace? The Rest in Peace will exile the Phantasmagorian is the new issue though. Yeah. Okay, this is Sithis instead. But hear me out. What if we just... If they don't play a land, we're gonna Force of Vigor them just to take them off lands. So cast by exiling the... Ooh. Yeah, it's worth it. So do this. Exile there. Now we only get to use Phantasmagorian to put 2 things into the grave. So we're gonna go Prized Amalgam, Shambling Shell, Bridge, I believe. Okay. Bridge, Shambling Shell, Prized Amalgam. And this will give us a Dredge. Now we're kind of hoping to steal this game. Right? We took them off a little bit of their mana, took them off their card draw, and they only have 1 land now. Alright, get the Shambling Shell. We hit Bridge, another Shambling Shell, and another Shadow. They're not really doing much, and they have endurance. Alright. I guess they're hoping to steal this game off endurance. That makes sense. Oh, and they're smart. They exiled the bridges too. Bridge from below, they're called. So they've chosen to exile bridges and then tuck the graveyard. Now we only have 2 bridges left in the deck. Alright, let's just hope they don't have anything. And we're going to be passing a lot of our turns. As are they, apparently. Okay. The one thing, this deck needs like some other way to get a card into the graveyard besides slow dredging. I gotta figure that out. I'll look and see if there are cards that I just discard for no cost. I don't think there are, unless you're in like Vintage when you have Bazaar. We're gonna keep playing because we know we have 3 Force of Vigors in the deck and 1 Force of Vigor on the bottom of the deck. We're just gonna keep going. So we do need to draw no matter what we put into the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. Okay. They have mana now. That's also bad for us. Because I know they just drew that this past turn, or 2 turns ago. They just drew a land, so the rest of their hand has to be gas. Yep, Sithis. A good one. Can we draw a Force of Vigor here? We could not. We will discard a Phantasmagorian for turn. Or I guess we should discard a Dredger. We're not going to start dredging yet, though. We'll go Phantasmagorian. We can't dredge yet because we need to draw our actual force. Alright, they choose to cast another Sithis just to draw a card, gain a life. They have to sack one of them. Yep, they do. They sack the one that's not summoning 6 so they can deal some damage. They have a Windswept Heath for turn. We'll take 1, go to 19. Okay, Thassa's Oracle does nothing here. Again, we have to keep playing because we have an out. Discard Oracle or Cabal Therapy. Let's just discard Cabal Therapy, right? We have a way to discard any creatures we need to. And until they provide like a way to actually kill us, we're gonna just keep drawing until we hit the Force. Okay, they have some extra card draw, and the attack point is to 18. Okay, draw for turn is Street Wraith, which we will cycle, and we're looking for a Force of Vigor. Okay, we drew Bridge from below. Doesn't do much for here. We'll put it in though. Yeah. All right. Looking for a Force of Vigor. They have a Rest in Peace. That's fine, because we're looking for Force of Vigor. Alright, so now we're going to need to be a bit more careful when we start discarding, though. Because we got to keep Dredgers in hand. Alright, no more graveyards. So Rest in Peace, which our opponent just played, if I didn't make that clear, is now an issue. Because there's, well, it's not much of an issue, right? Because Force of Vigor hits two things. So if we just draw Force of Vigor, we hit Grafdigger's Cage and Rest in Peace, and we're fine. If they get like a third piece down, that really makes this worse for us, because that means that there are two more like specific, or we need to draw another Force of Vigor beyond one that we need to draw already. And what do we draw for turn, though? We draw Force of Vigor. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to discard Narcomoeba. And then on their turn and their end step, we will Force of Vigor, Grafdigger's Cage, and Rest in Peace on their end step. Okay. And we're going to keep Thassa's Oracle because we have the combo with it in the deck still. Alright, Narcomoeba is in the bin. And then let's see. They're going to put us to 14 with combat again, I assume. So this is where we start running into the issue, which is they will just eventually draw another Rest in Peace, I would assume. Right? Is this... I swear this is another Rest in Peace. Helm of Obedience. Oh! That explains a lot. So now we're waiting for them to... I'm going to wait for them to activate Helm of Obedience because hopefully I can build another card. Cool. Force of Vigor. Get Cage. Rest in Peace. Pitch the Shambling Shell. Because now if they mill a creature card... Wait, if they mill a creature card, they get it. Well, let's hope they don't mill a creature card. Okay. They did. They have a Golgari Thug. We've doubled their clock. No. I swear, if I get beat down to death by my own creatures again in this league, I'm going to go insane. Okay, they put us to 14. That's an interesting... I guess I should have realized earlier that they're playing Rest in Peace. They aren't playing it just for main deck graveyard hate. But, like, that's why I play Mono Black. It's so I can hopefully just put in Leyline turn 1 or turn 0 on all my decks and just clown on Reanimator as much as possible. Okay, we're going to go to 12 here. They do attack with both creatures, putting us 12. No respect for our Vengeful Pharaohs that are in the sideboard, apparently. Yeah, this is, they've really hit all their land drops. And it feels like they haven't drawn too many cards from their enchantments yet. Okay. They play Sprawl, draw a card. Sorry, draw 2 cards. I swear, if we're about to see Rest in Peace again. Okay, no, just another Enchantress. So now they're drawing 3 cards per enchantment. Okay, so Utopia Sprawl, because what Ancestral Recall really needed to was add a mana. Sorry if you can hear the motorcycles going by in the background. Okay, Destiny Spinner. Okay, so now they have a clock, right? This Destiny Spinner will now make things big enough to kill us next turn. Alright, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enchantments. And it takes 4 mana. So it just taps for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they have enough to kill us on the next turn with with Destiny Spinner. You know what? Why not just let them do that? Wow, they're down to 20 cards in library from drawing so much. We're a Dredge deck. We didn't even draw that. Yeah, I'm maybe a little bullshit, but yeah, Sterling Grove comes in. So we get a turn before we lose. I guess technically we could draw what are we gonna do? The best we could do is draw Force of Vigor and hit Sterling Grove. This deck has angered me, I think. Alright, cool. We'll pass turn and die. I mean, they have to see it, I guess. Okay. I will concede to activation to a second activation of Destiny Spinner. They got 9 enchantments. They don't even have to activate it twice, right? They can activate it once and then just attack with their other creatures. Alright, they have a Sarah's Sanctum. Maybe they're gonna hard cast Emrakul. Oh no. Oh no, are they really? Okay, no. Alright, we have a 9/9 and alright. We'll concede that. That'll be the end of match 5. Let's talk and I'll talk to you again in a minute in the wrap-up. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up. We did manage to go 0-5 for that league, which was disappointing because I've seen this deck do better stuff. I've played it and I enjoyed how it goes. The issue is just the amount of graveyard hate going around. Well, that and I have some issues with this deck, right? Sometimes dredging 3 cards a turn doesn't feel good enough. Sometimes dredging only once per turn just doesn't feel like it gets you there. Um, and I don't know. I was really hopeful for this deck. I was really excited to play it, but it feels like it folds so easily to graveyard hate, and like the having Force of Vigors as like your graveyard hate feels odd, right? Like the fact that you can't mulligan this deck, really, that you can't mulligan, you can't like draw cards to get to your thing besides drawing a card a turn. I feel like I feel like it's a good deck, but right now it's not doing it for me. What I'd rather have is like some way to have mana and to be dredging, or to like do like dredge deck that plays breakthrough and what is it, Rainbow Dredge? We'll play Rainbow Dredge the next time. That sounds pretty good. So overall, I'm 50-50 on whether or not I would recommend this, right? Like, Phantasmagorian feels good. Having Hogak felt good, like, the time we put it in. Player the Hatebound combo makes sense to me, right? Like, we could have won if we didn't punt that one game. That would only been a game, and I think we would have lost based on the other shows this deck. But, yeah, this one kind of tilted me out, honestly. This one got me. So, I don't know. But what I will say is thank you very much if you made it this far in the video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps me out a lot. Have a good day. Peace.